Alright, guys, welcome to Journaling Out Loud. Today I do have a guest, and I'm super excited for her to be on. So, as you guys know, I mentioned that the podcast will be coming about, and now it's the perfect time to kind of do it. I have a lot of downtime, and it's just something I've been wanting to do, so finally getting it out there and finally letting you guys see kind of some of the things that just go through my head, right? And the viewpoint from multiple people that I have in my life about common things. And so today we're going to be talking about sex, and I'm very excited to have someone actually on the show with me to kind of have a back and forth with. So, here we go. Hello.
Hey.
Hi. You guys, this is my friend. I met her about 3 years ago. Yeah, about 3 years ago now, right?
They seem like a million, but it's okay. It's 3.
It's been 3, guys. She's a really good friend. Fell in love with her personality when I first met her. And even though our paths are completely different now, we still keep in touch. She's still one of my favorite people to talk and joke with. And I'm super excited to have her on today. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
First of all, that was sweet. Second, my name's Asha. Like she said, I've known her for 3 years. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Currently live in Texas. And now I just go to school.
Okay. That's her introduction, guys. She was really nervous about coming on. So, we're going to kind of make it a big deal. So, Asha, this week we were talking about sex, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You're completely okay with talking about all the crazy shit that comes with it, right?
Yeah, girl. I mean, it's life. We adults.
Period. A little bit about Asha. She's dated both genders, male and female. So she has a little bit more experience than a lot of people. So hear her out. All right, let's just jump into it, right? So my first question is the basic question. I just want to know, why do you think people avoid talking about sex?
So that's a loaded question, because I personally think that it really goes back to when we were younger. Like, that conversation, for the most part, isn't had between like your child and your parent. I know, like, in my household, it wasn't really discussed. So it was kind of just one of them things where it was like you just had to figure it out yourself. For me personally, and then other people that I do know. So, I mean, it's just a taboo topic, apparently, for some reason, even though people love having it. They just, I don't know, it may just be complicated for everybody else, but I know for me, it just wasn't discussed. And then you just had to figure out as you went on, going on, like discussing it with your friends or whoever, your older siblings or whatever. But I don't know. And then people just don't like to have those conversations. I don't know what it's about. I mean, maybe it makes people feel uncomfortable. Going back to the taboo thing, I'm not really 100% sure.
For me, it's actually very easy for me to discuss, very easy for me to talk about with any and everybody, honestly, even children. And that's because my mom, she talked about that with us, you know what I mean? Like, this was a conversation we had. And so I can agree with you on that part where you say, because you don't grow up learning about it, that it's so taboo. And parents in particular, or guardians, they avoid having those conversations with kids because they feel like it's a grown-up thing to have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so yeah, those conversations go unhad, and then it's almost like sex is a bad thing.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree because a lot of people they just think like, oh, well, having sex you should only do it if you're bearing children or if you want to have kids, and that's not necessarily the case. Like you said, it's demonized. I'm not really 100% sure why. Like it doesn't really make that much sense. And honestly, the fact that your mom had these conversations with you, um, I mean, just goes to show the type of woman that she is. Because it's not down talking anybody's parents or anybody's background. It's just these conversations need to be had because it actually helps children grow up to be more comfortable with themselves instead of just bashful or end up hiding things from their parents. It's like the difficult conversations need to be had. It may be awkward, but it's honestly best in the long run. I mean, take it. I mean, I know we've had plenty of conversation. You just be like, oh, I'd be like, oh, all right, yeah, all right. All right, let's talk about
So
this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the follow up to the question though, why do you feel like sex is hard to talk about in relationships? Like, I know even when people are dating, you know,
mm-hmm,
individuals like hetero relationships. Let's just take those
mm-hmm,
for instance. A female will tell her friends, "Yeah, girl, like he just ain't doing it for me," but I go home and fake it with him. Why do you think that is?
ooh. So I I I have to say that it may be them wanting to save their man's ego. That's really the only thing that I can think of because, well, not the only thing, but that's one of the main things I can think of, saving his ego because he think he put it down, whatever, but it really just it's
Boils
sad
down
that the
to,
woman will.
you think it just
Yeah,
boils
girl.
down strictly to ego. I agree. I feel like um, in a hetero relationship, you're always trying to save face. You're trying to,
Mm-hmm.
you know, make sure he doesn't feel bad or like, you don't end the relationship. So you avoid talking about, oh, well, you're not pleasing me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but on
Because
a,
what's
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, because what's crazy is I've actually known people, women, to tell their boyfriends at the time stuff like that, like, oh, in a gentle way, like, oh, let me just show you how I like it, or like, let me just give you a little bit of advice, or just come to them straightforward, and the man gets offended, like they really have gotten offended. I've actually had to sit down and talk to a couple of my past partners, male, and it started an argument. It's
Okay, so
wild.
okay, that was the question. I was definitely getting to it. So, have you had a partner that you were sexually active with, and you had to tell him like, "Hey, like, no, this is not it."
I have, and it's actually two in particular. We ain't gonna say their names, but it was
Do I
two,
know them?
and no, no,
Okay,
girl, this was
damn.
this was. If you did, you would have found out. You would have already known about it. But I mean, the one situation, it was oral sex. Like he was giving me head, it just wasn't. He just
Girl,
couldn't
just
couldn't
just say, "Give me head." This one of those shows. We gonna
get.
call it. Yeah,
You right. You right. Giving me head, he couldn't find the clit. I mean, they struggle. Men struggle more than women, and it's not something that is foreign. But I was trying to like guide him, like, hey, like right here, and he stopped and looked up and was like, I know what I'm doing. I'm like, in fact, sir, you don't. And
clearly,
that's,
clearly you
I mean,
don't.
if I'm trying to help you out, and this is it's just me and you. Like, why are you getting upset or offended? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm trying to help you out to help me out. You know what I mean? Like, we just,
Right. We both trying to have a good time. That's it. That's all.
I mean, because I'm not trying to do this to embarrass you for what? Why would I want to ruin the moment? But I mean, you wanted to ruin it, so that ended that.
Let's
And
take
then,
it there. Right.
yeah, because I just don't. it just doesn't make any sense to me. If your partner is coming to you and telling you that something is wrong, regardless, like especially if it comes to sex, I mean, I just don't understand why you wouldn't just listen and you know what I'm saying, just try to improve. Why be offended? The second dude, oh girl, he. It's just he was one of those dudes who depended on his size, and it just didn't. It was
It
just
wasn't
not.
enough. It wasn't enough.
No, it was not enough. It was just like, put some passion into it. Put your
Right.
little back. Like, what? Don't just take
Work
just
your
us.
back, man. Work your back.
Put some effort, because I'm not. It's not going to be a one way thing. If that's the case, leave me alone. I'll go in the room and do what I got to do, because it's
Right.
not.
Play DJ real quick. Erker, erker. Done. We done.
Look, 30 seconds. I don't even need too
Period.
much.
Because I
Just
know
give me
where it's
30
at.
seconds.
I know where to find it. It's mine. I've been there, done
Exactly.
that.
And I'm trying to get you to find it, but they never want to just listen. Like he got mad, and I just was like, because I'm not a faker. That's one thing that I can't do. I'm not a faker. I just
Okay.
can't do it.
So you telling me you've never faked a moan?
Girl, no,
Ever.
I don't. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Interesting.
Because I don't have. I want to enjoy it too, and I want you to know, hey, maybe I should go off of her body language, go off of her reactions, go off of this,
True,
like
true.
act.
Because if you faking that moment, you faking all the way to the climax, until the nut happens, to the big aha moment, they gonna think they did
Yeah,
something. Now they walking around like they didn't put
exactly.
in work and ain't do
Walking
shit.
around, exactly, ain't do a damn thing, and then think that you gonna do that same boring shit the next time. I don't think so.
Okay,
If we gonna,
question though. Question: Is
hmm
it easier to tell a female that they're not doing it right than a male?
no, it's about the same. But I have never had to tell the female,
Aha. That's what I was getting
I
at.
yeah. I've actually never had to tell a female, because they just like, if they, one of my girlfriends, one of my exes, at
I was about to
first
say
she
one of
kind
my
of was.
girlfriends. She's a player, y'all.
So
You see, she ain't
when I was
laugh. Y'all better watch out. I'm putting
nah, nah,
her handles so y'all can follow her in the description. Just y'all want to
look,
get y'all heart broke?
come
Go
join the
ahead.
party.
Join the
I don't
party, she
break too
said.
many. I don't break too many hearts. Just join the party. No, but one of my exes, she was the only person that I almost had to, but she paid attention to my body language. She paid attention that I wasn't doing this, that, and she adjusted and adapted that quick, and I didn't have to say nothing. It's just, I feel like it's because a woman knows, you know what I'm saying, like,
how she how
they're
how she would like to be pleased. She know the feeling
exactly.
that because I'm one of those girlies, like, kiss
Hmm.
my lips down there like you kiss the lips on my face. I need
Exactly.
it slow. I need it passionate.
Hmm.
I need it for a long time, baby. Like, come on,
Look,
come
if that's
on.
all that we end up doing, that's fine too. That's fine too. I
Right,
don't. I
like,
don't. Look, because no, there ain't no rush. I mean, come on. If we trying to do this right, there ain't no rush. Not to
cause
mention, I
I'm not gonna
mean,
lie. I'm not gonna lie. Hear me out. I'm a one and done type girl. If I get a big O, that's it. I'm rolling over, and I'm gonna be knocked out. Like,
she said, "All
I'm
right,
not
see you
even lying.
tomorrow."
But if you doing it right, and I mean doing it right, then you can get multiple. And I'm pretty much going all night. And when I'm
Hmm.
tired, let me get a
Look,
little 5 minute. I'll be back.
a
And
little tired.
we back at it again. So, like, what do you think? Do you think when you have that passion, it makes you want to have more rounds, or do you think if it's good, okay, it's good, but it wasn't good enough to make me want some more right now? Do you have those moments?
Absolutely, I sure do. Yep. Cause it's funny, because I was just about to say, it really all depends. Like, the mood, the vibe, the energy, what you're doing, what I'm like, just it really all depends. If it's phenomenal, I can push out a little more. You know what I'm saying?
All
Like,
right, yeah, I see
I can
what I
push out a little
can
more.
do.
Yeah, see, open up my schedule a little bit. But if it's just kind of like, if it's not what I
If it's
expect,
mediocre, like I nut,
mm-mm.
I got my nut out, but it was okay.
Yeah, we ain't got to keep dragging this on. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. We don't got to keep dragging this along and trying to. We ain't got to go for no marathon, especially if it's mediocre. Don't nobody want to go on no mediocre marathon.
Facts,
Like,
facts,
I'm tired. Let me go to sleep at this point.
facts.
You know what I mean?
All
I don't
right.
have time.
So my next question: why do you think STDs are not talked about? So hold on, before you
Oof.
respond, this is a heavy question. Why are STDs not talked about? Would you date someone with an STD? And how or when do you think it's appropriate to tell someone that you have an STD?
All three heavy ass questions, but the first one. Oh,
Very heavy question. So just, take your time.
so I personally think that people don't talk about STDs because they are either afraid of them, don't know much about them, weren't educated, because not everybody, again, had that guidance when they were younger or were even taught that in school. So it's like, you got that factor, but then people not talking about them. I feel like some people think that they might be invincible to it. Like it's not going to happen to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's for dirty people. Like the stigma and everything that's tied to STDs really is ignorant. I mean, if you the easiest way to say it is ignorant, because some people think that it'll never happen to them, or they just don't think about it because they just get lost in the quote unquote passion or the moment, get caught up in the moment. But I feel like it's a combination of things. Lack of education, people being afraid to talk about it, knowing about it, but just, again, another taboo topic because it has to do with sex, but it's like the bad side of sex. Like people only focus on getting pregnant, but really there's way more that comes with sex that people just don't
Exactly.
discuss.
More risk than pregnant and AIDS. People think
Girl,
if they don't have AIDS, then they good. If they ain't got nobody pregnant, they good. It's like y'all don't even go to get tested to know if you have any.
girl, don't even know what getting tested means, have never been tested in their life, and that's scary. Like that's really scary, because people will try to look at somebody and be like, oh yeah, she bad, or oh, he's fine, and you really don't know what these people are like outside of you just looking at them. Some of these people just be out here, living a life and living a little.
This is true, and I am one of those people. Like if we kicking it heavy, and I can tell that we're gonna, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those people. Like, here go my results. I need to see yours. And I've had people that I've dealt with, and like, what do you mean this is your results? Like, these are my results from my checkups. Like, bitch, I'm letting you know that I'm clear. And it's just like when I ask for return for the same thing in return, they're offended. And I'm like, how are you offended? I don't know what you was doing before I came along. You know what I mean? Like, these are real life things that people should be asking. And the fact that there's so many people that get offended when you do ask these questions just goes to show that the conversations aren't being had enough.
Exactly. And the fact, like, it's funny that you say that, because I'm one of them people too. Like, even when I'm not sexually active, like, I still go get tested, because sometimes symptoms don't show up. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And then some of these are constantly like mutating and changing. I remember there was like a new gonorrhea strand that apparently was rejecting the typical antibiotics. I was like, oh no. there's no way. Like it's just like people think, oh, you know what, gonorrhea, chlamydia, all that, that can be cleared up with some antibiotics. The fact that you living like that, it's a little reckless.
Risky. It's
Yeah, it's
risky.
reckless to me.
Okay, so
Especially
let me tell you a story real quick. I have a
story
friend.
time.
I have a friend that I love dearly,
Mm-hmm.
and I won't say her name or anything. She know who
Mm-hmm.
she is. I love you, and I hope you're doing okay. But she was messing with this girl. Short story, just short version of the story because I can't remember
Mm-hmm.
all the detail. But we had this conversation. She was messing with this
Mm-hmm.
girl, and they were in a serious relationship. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
basically, she ended up giving the girl a head, and come to find out that she had what did she have? I forgot. Herpes. She had
Mm.
herpes, and she didn't tell her that she had got herpes from somebody that she was cheating with. And now my dear friend have a hard time dating because she's very honest about it. She's very
Mm-hmm.
straightforward with the people that she chooses to date, and she always say that normally people are okay with it until they're not okay with it. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to actually read you the message that she sent in to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she said, I feel like it's hard to talk about STDs because of the judgment that may possibly be passed initially. For me, I don't feel like anyone will stick around. When I tell people that I received herpes from my ex, they accept it in the beginning, but I've had it thrown back in my face by those same accepting people. You kind of get tired of
Mm-hmm.
telling new people and start expecting no one to stick around. I definitely feel like damaged goods.
That's terrible.
It's a
Like
hard pill to swallow.
that broke my heart a little bit listening to that because it's just like, because some people, like her, like they don't get they don't get these STDs by going out doing something wild. Because I mean, people like you said be cheating or doing whatever behind their significant other's back, and then they do that. That's wild. That is selfish. That's why it just got me lost for words. That's terrible.
So
Now she got to live with that.
she has to live with, and that's the thing that breaks my heart about her situation. It's
Yeah.
like she's a certified lover girl. She's a Libra like me. And
Mm-hmm.
when we love, we do love hard. And so
Mm-hmm.
all she want is literally is to be happy, to have her wife, have her babies, a dog,
Mm-hmm.
her little kitten. And I feel like she was robbed from that. Like
Yeah.
she didn't have a choice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Her partner didn't give her an option to stay with her or not. And I feel like it's selfish, and now she deals with those consequences on a daily. And those type of situations is what give give STDs a bad rep. I couldn't get it
Mm-hmm.
out.
No, yeah, I agree because like you said it the best. Like her ex didn't give her
That
a
bitch,
choice.
let's call her what she
Like
is, a bitch,
you're
because
right,
you
you're definitely
whore.
right about that.
Boo, tomato,
Yeah.
tomato.
Bing, bing. Bink her ass, man.
Literally.
I just that shit is wild to me. That type the fact that she owns up to it though and she like is honest because she's not that type of person just goes to show the type of person that she really is. And that that is important to tell anybody that you feel like you're about to get seriously involved with, or even if you get a little caught up in the moment, it's very important to tell somebody that.
Okay, but would you
Um,
date someone with an STD? Or someone
so
who,
for
like,
me,
for instance, have herpes?
so for me, I would definitely want to know the story behind it, and also I would want to educate myself on the like how it can be contracted because I've known I've done a little bit of research on ways that herpes and like HIV can't be transmitted to a partner, you know, your sexual partner or whatever. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like for me, it depends on the person. Just anybody all willy nilly, absolutely not. And I mean, I'm being as honest as I can be because, you know, I'm not about to just run game to nobody. But I feel like it depends on where I see myself with this person or, you know, how I feel about this person or, you know, wherever we're
Definitely,
going.
definitely. So like
So
if I see like so if you guys just hit it off, say you guys matched on Tinder or whatever. I don't know if you fucking use Tinder, bitch, but
I
let
don't. I
okay,
am I.
she don't, guys. I'm just using it as an example. But let's just say um she matched with somebody on Tinder, they'll go out to have drinks, and boom, the girl's like, hey, I like our vibe, woo woo, but if we continue, I just want to let you know, hey, I do, you know, have herpes. This is a little bit backstory. I know it's overwhelming, and boom, tells her that way. Or they're kicking it, vibing. It's been 3 months now. Asha didn't give in. She's been holding herself together because she is a fucking
Saving
woman.
myself.
Yeah, you know. And she's like, no,
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to have sex yet. So nobody has done anything, but they like each other, obviously, because the vibe been going and it's been 3 months. Cool. Now, they getting drunk or whatever. They're out. They come back. They're making out. It's getting heated. It's getting steamy, y'all. It's getting steamy. And then she stopped Asha to say, hey, I really want to do this, but I have herpes. Which one would you rather have happen to you? Would you rather have it in the beginning or after you done already started liking this person, blah, blah, blah? Because they probably feel like they have a better chance of staying with you because now you already like them. There's already feelings involved versus telling you right up front.
Ooh, a little sticky situation here. Well,
Ooh, we love the drama.
drama girl. But so in this situation, I'd probably say up front.
Up front.
Um, I would, either way, I would respect them for telling me because, again, like we had already discussed, people don't feel like they have to or don't have the courage to for, whatever reason, this, that, and the third. But I would prefer upfront because then
You can cut it off
I,
and there's no emotion
yeah,
involved.
that you can cut it off, no emotion involved, or we can just again hold off, still kind of see where the vibe is going, and then I would have the ability to educate myself on that just in case, if we did make it that far. So it would still give me options. It would still give me options to see if I did want to move forward with this person or whatever, and then give me time to think about it. And then, like I said, educate myself because I don't want to be ignorant on the matter or
I
on the
think that
topic
plays
because
that plays a big part. The fact that you just said
yeah.
that is very very important because I feel like a lot of people are ignorant to STDs and
Mm-hmm.
what they actually entail. Like, you know what I mean? People hear
Yeah.
STDs, they
Mm-hmm.
like, like when I tell people, oh, I have a disease, they're like, a disease? And I'm like, I have an autoimmune disease. It's a little bit
Mm-hmm.
different. It's not like something you catch.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it just goes to show you that people are not educating themselves. They're not doing their own
Mm-hmm.
research.
They are not. Instead, they just kind of go off of the negative stigma that's attached to it, which,
We get
it's
it.
not.
It attacks your
Yeah.
health. We get it.
Yeah. Like, I just, people, I just really wish they would do their own research and not kind of just like follow with the crowd or whatever the case may be and just kind of just take ownership of not only yourself but like what I'm saying, like what it entails to be with somebody else because A lot of people really don't take those steps to be mature about
Yeah,
things.
just do the research. Talk to these people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it so, so many things can be solved with just one conversation, and it's crazy how people just try to avoid it as much as possible, and that goes with anything.
Yeah,
Um,
they go on trying to avoid it, but they out here fucking like rabbits. Like, pick
yeah,
your
and it
struggle, boo.
y'all scared of a conversation, but not scared of somebody else's genitals. That's wild to me
Wow,
personally.
hello.
I'm not. I no, I can't. I've made it to the age of 32 without a
Period, guys.
baby
She's
or
32
STD.
and she honestly don't look it. She does not
Oh,
look it
girl, thanks.
one bit. All right. So,
Thanks, boo.
on that note, we're going to transition from the STDs to another question.
Ooh.
Yeah. Da-da-da. How do you keep things spicy in the bedroom?
Well,
Mm.
I'm I mean, I'm pretty open to anything there, but I do always have boundaries. Like I always make sure to set boundaries for myself because I know some things that some people are willing to do, which is not a big deal. That I know that I mentally cannot.
For example?
So oh, for example, like a threesome. I just know for a fact it would never work for me. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm one of those women who can openly say that and openly not care only because um, I have a thing when I'm with someone like you said, like I love and I love hard. And when I'm with somebody, I'm only into that person. You know what I mean? That's just always how I have been. And you know what I'm saying? That's just me. And
No, I get
I'm
it.
not,
I get
yeah,
it.
I'm not turned on by somebody else if I'm with somebody else. I'm not attracted to them. And then I would rather just me and my sex life be between me and my partner. So you want to do role play, you want to get spicy, go out in public, you want to do it, let's do it. But if it's
So
just
you
me and
gonna fuck
you know what I mean?
outside. You gonna fuck out.
Girl, I did.
Period. Okay, okay. What's your favorite sex position
Hmm.
and why?
I have to say, my favorite is not necessarily not necessarily missionary, but like face to face sitting up. Like
Okay, so you want to look in their eyes. You like that slow, passionate shit.
I do, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes.
what about just fucking? Like, what's your go to? Like, I just need a quick fuck, and like,
Oh, girl, if it's just gonna be something quick from the back,
period.
like yeah, that's it. Like it's gonna be something real quick, and that'll do.
What's the
That'll do.
craziest place you've had sex?
Ooh. Let me think. I have to say the craziest and the wildest. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I don't know what I was. It don't even matter because it wasn't just me. I we were in the car, but he was driving and I was riding him. So
Oh,
that was wild.
y'all was on suicide train.
It was the wildest shit I ever did in my life. It it was scary, like thinking about it,
But I bet you
but
had a good
during
time because your heart rate was up both ways.
absolutely, ma'am, absolutely, absolutely. That like looking back on that, I was like, oh, girl, what was she? You crazy as hell. But then during, I was like, that shit was fire though. It was good. It was good. It was nice.
um, all right.
That's
So, have
crazy.
you ever had a kink that you were into but was scared to bring it to your partner's attention?
No, mm-mm. Like none that I'm just like afraid to talk about because I don't think that I have any like I don't want to say, let me not say abnormal because that may be taken out of
The
context,
wrong
but
way.
like yeah, like I don't think I have a unique kink. Let's just say that. I don't think I have like a out of this world kink. So no, there wasn't anything that I've been afraid to talk about at all. I like to have conversations because I don't like when there's like gray areas.
Yeah.
I prefer there not to be a gray area. You know what I mean?
So for me,
it's just
I
mm-hmm.
okay. Let's take it back to the spicy question. For
Yes,
me,
let's do.
for me, I've had boring sex, right? And
Mm-hmm.
growing up, I didn't know what good sex was supposed to feel like, and until I
Mm-hmm.
started like pleasuring myself, right? And until I
Mm-hmm.
learned my own body, right? I was like, oh, this
Mm-hmm.
is good. Oh, this is great. Oh shit, this is phenomenal. Like this is, you know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
realized I was with people who never made me nut, and that's crazy to think
Mm-hmm.
about. And so now, like I'm a caterer. When I'm in bed, I cater to the person that I'm fucking, and
Mm-hmm.
my girlfriend lucky as fuck right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let
Period.
her know. Let her know again.
But yeah, so that experience helped me grow into the person I am now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very open and very sexual person. So to keep things spicy for me, sometimes I like literally Ply said it, the hide and seek fuck. Like turn off the lights off, like turn all the lights off,
Mm-hmm.
or blindfolding, or like taking certain senses away. Um, and that's nothing crazy. It's real intimate. It's real intimate because like if I
Mm-hmm.
take your sight away, now you're listening harder. You're sensitive to
Mm-hmm.
touch, and it just heightens the mood. Um, so that's probably like the easiest way. I like to get things a little spicy, and also food.
Risky.
Also food. I am a foodie. You put some food on you, I'm gonna eat it off. I don't care where you put it at. I'm just being honest, but
She
that's
said, "I'm gonna
just
clean the
me.
plate."
For real. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, that, it's just, it is what it
Mm-hmm.
is.
Mm-hmm.
And the kink question, I'm into all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? And I've
Mm-hmm.
also dated people who was like really boring. Like, I dated women who's like, no, I don't like penetration. It's like, cool. And I don't penetrate you. But it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you head. Like, it gets boring because that's all you want. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I've broken up with people
Mm-hmm.
because of that. And my girlfriend now, like, I introduced her to a lot of things that I was into and she had never necessarily tried. And once she tried them, baby, she ain't been back. she ain't been, she have not looked back to whoever she was prior to her meeting me. But I'm like, yes, I'm in the whips, I'm in the chains, the nipple clips, the mouth gag. Like, I need it all. I need
Oh,
it
you
all.
got the whole closet,
Yeah,
huh?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'm on my 50 Shades.
I was
Very much
I
so.
was just about to say that you got the whole 50 Shades closet.
Yes. So, and I also like to switch roles. Like sometimes I like to be submissive. Sometimes I like to be dominant. Like get down on your
Mm-hmm.
knees. I'm gonna put this collar
Oh,
on you, and you're gonna look up at me.
period.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I know that's right, girl. You be having boots on the heels on when you do that too.
Bitch,
I know you be having the whole outfit.
let me tell you. Yes, I have the whole outfit on. Sometimes I just have like a sheer top on, like
Mm-hmm.
ain't covering shit. It's just there. It's just there. It's
As
just
an
for the
accessory
look,
at this
right?
point.
You know what I mean? Fuck.
Look, whatever you got to do. I had somebody who was boring. Girlfriend actually, an ex girlfriend. She wasn't, and I wasn't gonna force her. You know what I mean? But it just
It wasn't hitting for
wasn't.
what it needed to be
Yeah,
hitting for. And that's
yeah. It
okay.
was.
No offense to the people who be having boring sex out there. We are not coming for y'all. We just saying what we need, and it ain't that.
It ain't. It ain't that or
Period.
anything close to it, child. Cause I.
Period.
Mm-mm.
So for a man, do you prefer length or girth? Like, do you?
Mm,
This
it's gotta be a good combination, but it's gotta be a good combination because it can't be no little schmeat, and it can't be like extra like long and nothing gives like
long and
because
skinny is a no for you.
girl no what I mean because what are we doing what are we doing it's like a long pinky I got time like, don't waste my time okay I just
If you got a long,
I,
slim Jim, stay back. She don't want you. That's
yeah
what she
because
said.
I'll walk away I'll be like oh well
She also
it was
said if you
really
have a thumb, she don't want it.
that as well because it just no it gotta be like a balance
What we
you ain't
thinking?
gotta be the
What's the smallest? What's the smallest you go?
ooh, smallest lengthwise
Yeah.
smallest lengthwise I'd say 6.5
That's,
that's the smallest I will tolerate
that's
because
it.
anything else baby we playing games
Cause what
so
is we doing?
yeah, what are we doing let me go to sleep let me just we'll
'Cause-
discuss this
so
tomorrow because I'm
what
not
if they're six? What if he come up to you like, listen, I'm about a 5.5, 6 solid. That's max. That's on hard.
solid.
but but hold on. But he's like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. And when y'all fuck, he does know what he's doing. Would you keep him around?
Absolutely. If you do, if and that's like a huge if, like a when I say a if, that's like a far out if. You better be bomb as fucking head too, because we need something to give with that. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
if it's already below my standard,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like my standard is low. I feel like my standard is low. That's why I'm like, because I try to, because I know everybody out here ain't out here like packing or whatever the fuck. Like I know that.
Everybody ain't got a big dick.
But girl, no, I done ran into a few
Few
that
Mighty
have not.
Mouses.
I, I'm just not, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just be honest. I'm not gonna be honest in a real ignorant way unless you get snippy, unless you get sassy back.
Don't get
But
sassy with her, bitch, cause she
no,
gonna
don't.
tell you that your dick's small. See, and that's why
I'll be like, you
that's
better
why
talk
women
your
not
ass dick
shit.
away from
Soon
me.
as they get mad at you,
Look, because I'm not playing. Don't. If I'm trying to be nice and I'm trying to let you down real gentle, and then you get sassy, okay, bitch, because now we gonna get real sassy because I know how to get sassy. So don't. If I'm letting you know, just whatever. I ain't gonna tell nobody. I ain't gonna broadcast your shit. I just ain't gonna fuck you. Like just leave me alone. Like, but
yo, don't make her
like,
get sassy. That's what she's saying.
look, sassy. You know I be getting sassy. So I'm just saying like if that I feel like my standard is low. If you can come with a little package deal, then you just stick around. You know what I'm saying? Stick around a little bit, have a little fun. But I've never gotten complaints. So I'm just saying that's just what it is on my end. But with dudes, it got to be a good combination. We can't just be out here playing around. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not
Would you
doing that.
take me for a fucking joke? What is this? What?
Like what
This
you
all you have
you
to
think
bring
my
to the
time,
table?
girl? Like you think my time is a joke to you? Oh, okay.
All right.
Fuck.
When you're in a lesbian relationship, right? When you
Mhm.
in a girl on girl little relationship or whatnot, them bitches ain't shit either. Take it from me.
No, they not.
I know. Cause there was one point in time where I wasn't shit. 10 out of 10 don't recommend. I do. I do. I recommend every time. But like, are you the submissive one or do you switch roles? Like what part do you play? What kind of women are you into?
Well, first, I'm in the studs. Like
She's in the
I
studs,
always have
guys.
been. Yeah, and I find myself attracted to stems too, but studs are like my god. I've showed you a few of my you've seen my a couple of exes, but they
I
all been
have
studs.
seen. I've seen a couple of
Um,
exes.
yeah, they all been little study boys.
So
No, but
you like being the feminine one in the relationship.
I do. However, I do like for the stud that I'm dating to be in touch with their femininity. Like I want you to. I like when my stud knows that she's still a woman. Like you still got titties, you still got a vagina. You know what I'm saying? Like
So you don't want
you
no
are
touch me not.
no, ma'am, nope.
So
Because
you be eating a box too.
absolutely,
Absolutely, she eat the box. Period.
it is one of my favorite pastimes. Absolutely. But
Period. Cause what is we
it,
talking for? What?
exactly. What's the discussion? Okay, yeah. All right, let's get to it because ain't nothing to talk about. Because I'm here. I want to do this. Let's do it.
So
So.
my girlfriend does not identify as a stud, even though society would see her and label her as a stud. She does not
Mhm.
identify as a stud. She identifies as a female, and she has never been in touch with her feminine side as much as she is now with me because I let her embrace
Mhm.
that. Like, I'm with you because you're a woman. Like, I need it
Mhm.
all: ass, titties, mouth,
Exactly.
now. So, so you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't
Mhm.
imagine being with a masculine presenting woman at all and her
Mhm.
not giving up the goods because what? Huh?
Yeah.
What are
What?
we doing? You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
And there
Mhm.
nothing wrong with those nothing's wrong with those people. They're just again not for me.
Yeah.
And I think there's girls out there who are not really gay or who want it because they think it's a trend and they want those
Mhm.
touch me nots because they don't want to reciprocate what they're getting.
Mhm. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Could yeah.
Yeah,
You're
because
right. You're
they
definitely
with
right.
females because the female get the job done. They're not out here faking and moaning and groaning. Um,
Mhm.
you know, with
Yeah.
these guys,
Yep.
they get with a female, they like shit. This is real. This is what it's supposed to feel like, and
Mhm.
but they don't want to return a favor.
Yeah, because they be like, "Oh, I ain't eating now, girl." What? You? It's because you definitely right. It's crazy you saying that. It makes so much sense because a lot of these girls that say they're gay but they're not, they really be afraid to, and I was like, it's not. It's actually amazing, but
I think they
that's
had bad experience with coochie or their coochie's bad because I mean,
yeah,
huh?
girl.
What do you mean you don't want to put it in your mouth?
I. I mean, what else is it there for? No, I'm kidding. No,
Literally.
but like it is. I don't. Yeah, because I agree. Um like when I date a woman, it's because she's a woman and she knows that she is, that she, has titties, ass, all that. Like I I love that. But um I've never been with a touch me not, and I don't ever want to because I like to reciprocate. I don't like to just receive. So I don't know, like the my most recent ex, actually I've been single for a while, but my most recent ex, she like didn't really identify as a stud either. Even though she looked like it, like looking at her, even in her uniform and then outside
This
of her
the light skinned
uniform,
chick, yeah?
yeah, with all the tattoos on, yeah,
Yeah,
her.
yeah, okay.
Like she did not identify as a stud. She just she didn't because she also used to date men at one point. So she, you know, I guess she didn't identify as that, but she knew that she was a woman. She knew she had all that. So that's the type of studs or um, women that I like to date. And it's not, I've never dated a femme. Not saying that I probably wouldn't, but it's just I mainly do. I am attracted to the studs, but
She would have
the
to be
ones
a
who
dominant
also,
femme, right? Because you like to be the.
she would definitely have to be the dominant femme. But when it comes to like sex, I like to be both. Like I like to switch. I don't want. I sometimes I like to be in control, initiate all that shit, and then sometimes I'm just like, have your way. You know what I mean? Like it just really all depends. It just really all depends on my mood for real. But you know, that's just how I like to do it. Switch it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Another
Gotcha.
way that I like to kind of spice it up. But I prefer to be with women
Period. So,
personally.
guys, you automatically out if you got a little dick. If you got a long, skinny dick, you out. And now you're just out altogether because she prefer women. So, you
I
know,
mean, because it's just my experiences with dating men and women have been up and down. Because I'm like you said, like for the women who are like, oh, I'm done with men. I want to date a woman. Look,
huh?
don't come over to
It's
dating
the same
women,
shit over here. Trust me.
girl, girl.
Coming
And I be
from
telling
one
them, I'm like,
side to another, I know both sides, and it's ghetto
exactly.
on both, honey.
It's the ghetto. It's trifling as hell. It's like a swimming pool filled with pee. Like it's just slim pickings on both ends, and they both ain't shit. So, and I've had to tell people so many times. They're like, "What's it like dating a woman?" I'm like, "It depends on the woman."
It's
They're
like
like, "Oh,
hell. That's what it's like. It's
yeah."
terrible. Bitch, they're crazy. Two women on
As
their period
fuck.
at the same time. Y'all clawing each other fucking eyes out. One's crying, the other one's tearing down the fridge. It's fucking terrible.
I was just about to say, y'all gotta go buy groceries like in bulk the next week because y'all done ate all the fucking food in the house.
It's sad.
It's
Hormones all over the fucking place.
girl, and then they be thinking that going from a dude to a woman, they be like, oh, they would understand me more. Don't think just because y'all both have vaginas that they don't have some tendencies in some of these dudes that you was just fucking with. That's not the case.
I will say though that a lot of first time gay trier outers they end up liking it on this side because they get to experience what love and shit feels like. They
Mm-hmm.
feel catered to. Now there's some girls out there that will play you like a
The
deck of
left and the right,
cards.
girl.
I was one of them at one point. I would play
Yeah.
you
I think I know. I think I know.
like Uno cards. It
I
was
think
me.
I think I know the one. Are we talking about the same person?
Girl.
Are we thinking of the same person? I think we
Oh
are.
yes, you know about that's
Okay.
a we're gonna have to talk about that on another episode. Like some of the people I
Okay. Okay.
dated. We gonna come back to it and um yeah, my girl just not gonna watch she's just not gonna be able to watch that. Um
Yeah, yeah. She'll be like blocked from that one. She ain't got to listen to that.
she's gonna listen regardless. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to discuss today on this episode. Um, Asha, go ahead and tell them your Instagram so they could follow you.
Yeah, my Instagram is Oshkosh. Oh my gosh. ASH _ KOSH _ OMGOSH. That probably sounds extra complicated, but it's not as complicated as it really is. But that's my handle on Instagram.
I'm
I
gonna
know that
add it
probably
in the
sounds crazy.
video somewhere because this bitch didn't have to do all that, but she did anyways. So
Extra.
yeah, please
Extra child.
let me know what you guys want to hear on the next few episodes, and we will talk about it. Asha will be back because clearly she like talking to y'all and talking her shit because that's what this bitch does.
Mad shit.
Period. A few shout outs I want to give. Obviously, my girl for kind of supporting me through getting it started. Asha for being one of the people that's been there, communicating with me about questions I've been asking. Destiny, I love you so much. One of my close friends as well has been there supporting me. Ellie, love you, Ellie. Shy, Robbie, I love all you guys. And yeah, let us know what you want to hear in the next episode or next few episodes because I kind of have the next ones planned out. But share me, and I'll see you guys next time on Journaling Out Loud. Bye.